Good morning, my name is Amy Parker and I am the director here at Agape. I supervise the social services team, and this month we're going to talk to you about Foster Care Appreciation Month here in May. Today specifically I want to talk to you about teenagers in foster care and what that means if you're a teenager in foster care and suddenly you're 18 and you age out of the system. I want you to think for a second what it must be like to be a teenager, to be living in foster care, to be taken away from your family, and all the things that we remember that we loved about being a teenager, rites of passages, going to football games and basketball games, being able to go to your prom, being able to go to homecomings, things that we just look back on and have such fond, loving memories of, especially the big day that you've waited for, you get to graduate. A lot of our teenagers in foster care don't have any of those types of memories. A lot of our foster care kiddos have moved schools every single year. They don't know any of the kids at their school. They're very behind academically. And so for them, high school is a really tough time. And then suddenly they're 18 years old and they are told that they are no longer in the custody of the state. The day they turn 18, they're no longer able to stay at the foster home where they were if they are not choosing to continue to get extension of foster care services. And so that day they turn 18 and they have to find a place to live. Many of them go back to their families. Many of them have no ties to the family, their birth family. And so what we are asking here at Agape is that maybe you all would take some time to pray about and to think about what it would be like to take a teenager into your home as a foster child. We would ask that you would pray about that and that you would think about just what that could mean for your family, but most importantly, for a teenager. I want to read to you a letter that a teenager wrote. She was 14 years old. She was in a residential treatment program. She completed all of her therapy. She did the work, and she was ready to step down to a foster home, but because on paper she looked so tough and rough, nobody was giving her a chance to step into their home. So I want to give you just a snapshot of what she said. She said, "Dear potential foster family, I'm 14 years old, I'm in foster care, and here are some really important things that I think you should know about me. I'm kind, I'm humble, I'm accepting of people for who they are. I love dancing and playing soccer, and I love hanging out with people and just spending quality time together. I came here to this residential treatment program in November, and I've been here ever since. When I came here, I was really not at my best. I hated adults, and I hated anybody who told me what to do. I didn't want to do anything with anybody. And then suddenly, in April, everything changed for me. I used to always get bad scores, but that day I got a 97%. That's the day that I started to realize that rules and privileges had a reason. There was a situation that happened too. I used to self-harm. I regrouped after that day. I was so depressed in my head and was telling myself that I really just wanted to die. And also, I had a past of trying to attempt suicide. I'm so glad I didn't succeed, because today I'm strong and I'm healthy and I'm happy. Now that I look back on all those things, I think about how far I've come. I'm constantly following staff's directions and rules. I do have privileges, and sometimes I'm allowed to leave the campus. I haven't self-harmed or done anything to harm myself in over a year. I'm telling you all of this to say sometimes I feel hopeless. I feel like nobody wants me because my biological family is not good for me and I don't have any other family options. All I would like is a family who would like me as soon as possible, because I don't want to be here for another Thanksgiving or Christmas, and especially not my birthday. I've been waiting for a family for a really long time, and if I can have a family, I will be the happiest kid in the entire world. I love the people here, but I think I'm ready to start a new life and a new chapter in my life. Would you please consider taking me into your family?" And so this is a real kid. We can talk about numbers, we can talk about statistics. We know that kids that age out of the system are 50% more likely not to finish their education. A girl that ages out of foster care, by the time she's 21, will have probably 1 or maybe 2 children. Boys that have aged out of foster care, 1 in 4 of those kids will be involved somehow in the juvenile justice system. Half of those kids will be homeless. numbers are really hopeless, but we know that with Jesus and with people who love children with the love of Jesus, all things are possible. And so we just ask you this month, thank you to our foster families, thank you to our staff, thank you to our donors and everyone that supports our mission here at Agape. And if you're not currently a foster parent, just think about what you could potentially do for a kid just like this little girl. Thank you so much.